What's up guys, Duke Sloth here, and today we're taking a first look at Camazotz. Now as usual we're going to start with the abilities, and then after showing them on the targets we would go into the rest of his kit and how all of that stuff works and all the details. First of all, what I want to show you is that he has basic attack swings which hit the target, all of the targets in an AoE swing on the third hit. And now let's look at the abilities themselves. There you go, those are his abilities. And talking about these, the first thing that stands out here is on ability 2 you get this kind of skull. And you will see that this skull actually gave me 1 point on my passive meter. And that's what this ability is partially about. So when we begin with the passive of Camazotz, oh, look at that. Apparently this is blocked by minions entirely. I did not think it would be. So when we're talking about the passive of Camazotz, he's got built-in lifesteal in his passive to a very solid extent. I think it's a 5% lifesteal and 5% extra healing as well. And by killing jungle camps, you can actually increase that. So what I'll try and do here, unless I get completely body blocked, is stack that up on jungle camps in between. What you can also do is no, let's go over what it does to jungle camps first. So whenever you mark a jungle camp with this kind of thing, you get an extra, let me lie, an extra 3% healing and lifesteal. So you can get up to 9% extra healing and lifesteal if you have that passive meter at full stacks. Also, we've got the other part of the passive here. This is one of the essence pools. By standing in this pool, which gets created the moment you kill an enemy, you actually heal up in mana as well as HP. While in combat it still heals you, but it's slower. So that's pretty decent, that's pretty interesting. So a lot of this is about sustain in one way or another. And the 2 itself deals damage over time, as you can see here, and then comes back to me and heals me as well. So there's another part that has a bit of sustain. That's most of the stuff about the 2. The 2 obviously has that slow on top of everything else. If we mark him here, I think the mark should come here. There we go. And alright, I might get a double. There we go. If we look at this ability in itself, it is like I said, a line ability, and the line, if you look at quickcast, is relatively small. Especially when compared to the 1, which is a lot wider. The 1 on its own... Oh, okay. Apparently, I'm not sure when the pools actually disappear. So the 1 on its own goes through enemies. The 2 stops on the first one you hit. Major difference there. So if you were to lane with him, you would only be able to clear with the 1, which is, in my opinion, a rather weak choice. We can still stand in the pools here just to get the mana back up. So that's the other part of the passive. Pretty nice in my opinion. And... you see them across the map. You see those purple spots as well, which are all the other essence pools that are somewhere. The 1 on its own has just a line damage, but what it does have this echo effect. I'll see if I can show you. It's kind of hard to show, I feel. Just gonna jump out here just in case. As it doesn't really show up the way I'd like it to. Let me see. Maybe I can get it on here. Yeah, there we go. You see those echoes bouncing back there. And if you catch one of these echoes, the enemy is revealed on the map, as you can see with Khan right there. And also, you get bonus damage against the target, or you get extra power, rather. Which is something you should use at the beginning of a fight, I think. So far, I feel like his projectiles are relatively easy to hit. It's not that hard. What our lanes are doing in general, what's happening on lanes in general, is another question in that context. But as you can see here, I have a really hard time on the lane because my ability is getting blocked so much by the minion wave. 3 in itself is only a leap with a small heal. That's literally all there is to it. I'm going to use it here to avoid the Guan. Oh, nope, I'm not going to avoid the Guan. But I'll use my ultimate here to get out. Ultimate makes you seem immune, lets you fly and then swoop down. to deal damage. I just used it to escape there because I had no other option. So yeah, the 3 heals for every target you hit. So if I jump like this, I'll get hit from healed from quite a lot of different targets. If I max it, the healing gets higher as well. Should have put the point in the ult there, I think. Now I actually dodged the sound wave and you saw it bounce off the tower again. It works like Hui Ricochet basically. So it can bounce for quite a while as well. But it doesn't deal any extra damage or anything. It is literally just a self buff that we can catch like this and then work on that. I will try and get my ultimate off on them very soon, hopefully. That could be interesting. But as you can already see here, a lot of his damage really lies in his 2. And at the same time his 2 is kind of hard to confirm because of the fact that it gets blocked by damage, I think. So we might be able to come in here. Let's see. Oh. Juke that. Should still be a kill. No, not even enough damage. Not even enough damage. I don't know what happens if I kill the enemy before the dot runs out. Apparently I don't even get healed. That kind of sucks. I wish that was the case. No, not even here. Okay, so you actually need... We want the enemy not to die for that to happen. Okay, I'm also gonna stack up my passive again. Oh, wow. Okay. As it is blocked by the small camps, I really dislike that mechanic. I really dislike that mechanic. So, as it is blocked by the small camps here, I did not get the mark there. I thought I could just throw that through them, but I can't. The benefit here is, once again, I can just stand in these pools and heal up that way instead of, you know, actually being active on the map somewhere or backing and stuff like that. Should be enough for now. So let's try it again on the red buff here. Let me actually walk up to it. That's how you gotta do it, to get the mark. Which I think is kind of annoying. That should be simpler. And it only works on buff camps, so that's why he's basically very predestined for the jungle. I can not even jump over here. Can't even swoop over there. Nope, I have nothing to get over there. So his leap is a little shorter than the normal leaps, and I felt like it really showed there. Oh, once again hit a minion instead of Neath, I guess. Really annoying. If you cannot even jump over the mid walls, one of the most important walls to jump over, then you're in a bit of trouble. Okay, I'm not sure why I didn't get a heal here. I thought I would be healed bouncing towards me afterwards. Not sure what happened. We'll just go with some defense pen. Just trying to get for abilities, go for an ability focused build. It's gonna get met here realistically. I don't really know what's gonna happen. Feels awkward to play so far, I gotta be honest. Still getting used to it, obviously, but kinda strange. There you go. Those essence pools are a really nice mechanic, I think. But especially the fact that the ult does not go over walls. Something I highly dislike, and the easily avoided 2 obviously doesn't help either. Here we go, this is a decent 2. What I want to try is see if I can actually follow her up with my ultimate. I can't even. I can't even get... I'm not even going faster. It's like... You literally need to be mid-fight for it to work. I don't know what to make of that. I honestly don't know what to make of that yet. Because that's not what I was expecting from the character. For the most part. Just giving you my impression, obviously. There may be people who think completely different about this. That's... It's so much about this kit that, for my taste, feels rather awkward at the moment. Like, okay, yep, we can get the errors here. That's easy. Can I stand on the edge here? Yeah, okay, I can actually stand on the edge and heal up. That's kind of nice. His clear is not bad, but he's kind of forced into the jungle because of his passive, I think. I'm not even sure if his passive restacks by... if his passive restacks by getting another camp, or if it just, you know, you have to start anew. Also, with his ultimate, you have really low scaling. I just have 50 extra damage now. From the it's more than 20%, isn't it? No? I thought it was supposed to be 20%, but it's relatively low scaling still compared to 162 on the vampire bot. And as such, that kind of feels awkward to me as well. Okay. I want to see if I can fight these. Okay, I can't. Oh, what? Okay, so I learned that I can't even ult while chained. So you CC immune while doing this, but it requires you to in the first place be non-CC'd for the ult to go off. So it's not even an ideal escape tool. Let's see. We're just gonna use it and see how much damage we do. Yeah, that felt very interesting. Kind of lackluster. 240 damage each. And they're not easy to confirm, in my opinion. Like, they're not hard to confirm, but they're also... You're not gonna be like, oh yeah, just gonna drop this on the enemy and he's done for. He's done for good. Because the enemy can still dodge them. You don't get more movement speed. You don't get any extra benefits as such. Something that I find rather odd. Yep. Please do, Ares. Should be dead to the dot. If the dot's worth anything, which it's not. I think, yeah, this is gonna be blocked by minions again. Leave my Guan alone. There you go. So, what I really like about him is his attack chain so far, I guess. Obviously, I don't really have the chance to play him in the jungle here. Maybe if I had the option to just straight up go for normal jungle gameplay, he would be different. But there's so many downsides to what you can do with him that it kind of irritates me, I gotta be honest. See, so I just trade him like by punching him in the face, standing in my essence pool, slowly draining that while boxing in Ares with. If I didn't have Matt, I would have died there. I would have straight up died by face tanking in Ares, while being a god that has extra benefits from lifesteal, standing in an essence pool, and being 4 levels above him by just spamming abilities. That was really awkward, especially when you consider that both of us did not use ultimates. So his damage came from flames and chains and some minions that were behind him, but really just a wave. Like, a wave against level 17 character should not matter that much. I do not like the feel of that. Okay, so I like the character design. I like the idea behind him. I like all that. I don't like how he feels at the moment, I think. Especially this awkward like thing where you have to make sure that the target doesn't die for the 2 heal. Apparently, it's from what it looks like at the moment. I might be wrong on that, but that's kind of strange. Okay, consume the pools. Obviously, this is a bot game, so like the pools are a lot more accessible than usual. But I feel like you're always gonna have some pools somewhere, right? I don't think that's gonna be a major problem for the most part. But is that gonna be enough? Is that gonna be enough to justify picking this character? I already know. I'm just gonna stack up the mark a little bit here. Probably have Ares pushing down middle now.
Right Phoenix is under attack. Your middle Phoenix is under attack.
We can at least try out the voice back a little bit. Gonna go some CDR here.
enemy has fallen. Your eyes upon a true death god. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Oh, we had that already.
An enemy has been slain.
Boss finishing for us. I really like his design. I really like his voice pack. I don't like how his kit functions currently, but I think this guy has a lot of potential. I think if there are certain changes to him regarding his ultimate and stuff like that, maybe give him some movement speed on the ultimate, so that works a little better. Give him some more potential for the 2 to not get blocked. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be that strong because it can be blocked so easily. Then I feel like he would be more my style of character. Like I said, it may just not be my style of character, which would be weird given that I really like ability-based assassins. But I think what this character, for my very first impression, right? Keep this in mind. We'll need is a lot of fine-tuning when it comes to the kit, which will most likely happen. Trying to see what the victory screen is, but what is it? All right, it's just Kama casually consuming a minion. Welcome to the family. Bakasura says hi. Alright. Even those damage numbers, I don't... Yeah. Well, first impression done. We'll look more into him tomorrow in player games. Until then, thank you guys for watching. Duke Sloth, out.